What's going on, guys? It's Master Chris 86 back again for another video. And today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at my Nintendo Switch collection and what I've got so far. So obviously you can see this decently sized pile. It's nothing special, especially compared to a lot of people out there, and especially like some of the bigger gaming YouTubers. I'm seeing their collection, I'm like, what? Do you only spend your money on games? Like, geez. If I spent the money that I spent on my car and games, I'd have this whole wall filled. But either way, I'm not talking about that. That's a whole different story. This is just the start of my collection, and I think I've got about 19 or so games in this pile right here. And yeah, let's go take a look. Let me show you guys what I've got so far. So, one thing, I know a lot of people who are collectors, they kind of just will grab anything, especially if they're trying to go for a complete collection. And I'm not really like that because I am a gamer first and foremost. So when I actually buy my games, I'm trying to buy games that I really want to play too. And sometimes a lot of the games that I do want to play, I'll find out that they will have a release, a physical release, but like not in the United States. So sometimes it'll be like Japan only. And if there is like an English translation or any type of like subtitles or whatever, will 100% usually always go for the import version. Depending, especially now, like there's a few games in here that I could have bought the import versions of that I probably should have, but yeah, the first two on this list right here are import games, and that's kind of what I'm going to be trying to do too. I have a weird thing about buying digital only games. I don't know, I just like to have like something tangible, something I like to be able to look at and hold. And obviously Nintendo Switch has so many titles, I was like, alright dude, I gotta start scooping them up. And a few of them are games that I've actually wanted physical versions of for a while that I'm now able to have. So, the first one, which is an import, is Katamari Damacy Reroll. So, this game, obviously, if you don't know, it's an older game. But one thing I like about the Switch too is they're bringing back a lot of these older games as either like HD remasters or remakes or just a simple port. And as soon as I found out this game was coming out, I was like, alright, I'm gonna pick this one up because I actually never got a chance to play it back in the day, and I've always wanted to. And I think I got this one. This is definitely the import, but I think I got it for a little bit cheaper than what the one I was looking at was. Definitely a fun game. If you don't know anything about this one, definitely check it out. It's pretty random, but I like random stuff. If you can't tell by the cover here, let's see if we'll get the focus. Yeah. Ooh. So definitely wanted to check out. So another one, which is an import, is Onimusha, right? So this is an old game too. This series is great. I played this back in the day, and they were only doing a digital code for the United States. We weren't going to get an actual physical copy, and I was like, what the? That's not cool, man. Like, yeah, this game's great. What the hell? So, as soon as I found out there was a physical in Japan, I'm like, buying that immediately. So, that's exactly what I did. And I'm glad that I did, too, because it's a great game, and it's been fun replaying it again. And it definitely, it stands the test of time, in my opinion. So, that was definitely a good pickup, and that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, is getting like physical releases of stuff that, you know, we might not be able to have here. And that's one thing that's awesome about the Switch being region free, is because if it's like a Japanese game or import game and you're in an English speaking region, it's set that way on your Nintendo Switch, all you gotta do is pop it in and boom, if there's like an English version of it somewhere, then you're gonna get that. So that's pretty awesome. Now the next one, this is a must-have, definitely for the Switch, and you guys have heard me talk about this one plenty of times. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Easily one of the best games on the Switch, and that's never going to get trumped by anything because it's Super Smash Bros. There are a bunch of games, a few of them I have in here that are essential too for the Switch, but you gotta have Smash Bros. Not as good as Melee, which is obvious, but still an awesome game and pretty damn close. The best we're gonna get, way better than Brawl or the Wii U version, that's for sure. And this game has consumed a lot of my life. So, if you're good at Smash Brothers and you want a challenge, I'm pretty good at the game. I'm kind of a one trick with Samus, but I'm getting better with everyone. But I'm pretty nasty, so hit me up. Let's play. All right, next one to me is a must-have for this. Monster Hunter Generations. which the Monster Hunter series is one of my favorite game series. I played a ton of it on 3DS, the Wii U, and when I saw that it was coming to Switch, I was like, that's a perfect combination. But I do need more friends to play with, especially because I gotta get to some higher HR in here. So it would be nice to have somebody that's pretty overpowered that can help me grind out some stuff, get some nice gear, you know what I'm saying? So hit me up. Got some Monster Hunter going here. So another great game, and this it's available for a lot of these games are available for multiple platforms, but like I said, the Switch is the only current gen console that I have. And I thought about getting a PS4, but PS5 is like right around the corner. I sold my Xbox One, thought about an S, but I'm like, meh, I just sold the Xbox, do I really want to? So I picked this one up, of course, for the Switch, and I actually got this one for a really, really good deal. It was like a Black Friday deal, and I think I only paid like 15 bucks for it brand new, back when it was still going for like full price. So definitely a good scoop, and it's made by Arc Systems, which they make like Guilty Gear and BlazBlue, which I love 2D fighters. Like fighting games in general tend to be like kind of like my thing, but love 2D fighters, like JRPGs. You'll figure out more as this gaming channel progresses, or at least part of the gaming progresses in here, but definitely a must-have. I played a bunch of that game already, which I need to play a little bit more, but I've had a few fun nights with it with a couple of my buddies. Speaking of games that I need to invest more time into, this one right here, definitely I need to sink some more time into, but it's so damn long. Disgaea 5. So, again, I love JRPGs. I actually like strategy games quite a bit too. But as soon as I saw this, I heard a lot of really good things about it, scooped it up, started playing it, looked a little bit more online, and everyone's like, dude, this game is long, so be prepared. And I'm like, meh. Like, I don't do well with long games, especially because I have like ADD with my games, and I want to like move on to something else after like an hour and a half or something like that. Unless it's like Smash Brothers or World of Warcraft, which will consume my entire day. But either way, Disgaea 5, definitely needed to have that one, and I definitely needed to invest more time into that. So another must-have, in my opinion, for the Nintendo Switch is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. So if you're an old Pokemon fan and you grew up on the series, you're going to want to play this one. It's a little bit different because it has like the Pokemon Go mechanic, so you can't grind on wild Pokemon, which I'm a fiend for grinding. I don't know why. It's like really meticulous, but that's what I do. It's my thing. But it's weird. You can kind of grind, but you got to catch Pokemon to do it. So it's interesting, but it's Kanto. It's the Kanto region. It's like the old games. So definitely a fun game. A good pickup in my opinion, and I actually got the one that came with the Pokeball Plus, which I haven't used yet, but I need to get on that. So I'm actually finally getting around to playing this one all the way through. I bought it like day one. I don't know why I'm taking so long with it, but here we are. But the next one is another must-have for the Switch. There's no way it's not. And if you've heard anything about the Switch, you've probably heard about Super Mario Odyssey, which I still like Super Mario Sunshine a little bit better, but I just really like the aesthetic of like the tropical island and stuff. But this game is amazing and definitely well worth picking up. You don't really need me to tell you much about it. It's a Mario game, so, you know, figure it out. Alright, another Pokemon game here. We got Pokken Tournament DX. So this game is a little bit different. It's not like a traditional fighting game, but it's still really, really fun, and I would suggest picking it up. I was gonna buy this anyway, and then I got it as a gift, and I was like, good choice, good choice. I haven't played as much of it as I should have, and I probably will go back to it and play some more, but it's a good game, you know, get a few rounds in, kick some Pokemon butt. But Pokken Tournament, let's go. Alright, speaking of fighting games, again, 2D fighter though, classic Street Fighter 2, right? So, I saw this game come out, I was like, I gotta scoop that. Plus, I was actually getting ready to go to a show, a car show, and I knew it was gonna rain that day. And it was actually before I even had the Switch set up in the car. But I saw this, I was like, I gotta scoop it. Street Fighter. So if I had to, you know, sit in the car that day, which luckily the weather held off. But if I did have to sit in there, I had something to occupy my time. And I had my buddy with me too, so we were getting ready to smash. Well, not literally Smash, like Super Smash. Because now if you catch me in the car, you're going to be seeing me play Super Smash like almost exclusively. But, yeah, Street Fighter 2. Alright, another must-have for the Nintendo Switch. Hands down, easily, Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game is brilliant. Like, I'm so glad that they brought this to the Switch. It was on the Wii U as well, but this game, I haven't put as much time into it as I want to, or need to, I should say. But it's great. There's not really much I could say about it, just because I haven't played through it as much, but it's like an open world, like 3D Zelda game, which you can't really beat that. So that's definitely next on my list to kind of get back into, to dive back into, because there's so many games in this pile here that I've neglected, and I feel so bad because I haven't loved my games the way I should. But we're gonna get on that, and I totally just smacked my finger pretty hard. All right, Overcooked. So Overcooked's a great multiplayer game, and one thing that's awesome about the Switch is that it is kind of like primarily a multiplayer console. It's, you know, designed that way. So if you're looking for like a fun, frantic game to play with your buddies or something like that, this is definitely one of them to go to. It's like a cooking game where you gotta like make dishes and serve them up, but you gotta work as a team. And if you're not working as a team, it gets frantic quickly. So there's a second one out that I need to pick up because I haven't played that yet, but Overcooked, definitely check that one out. Which was kind of a random buy for me. I saw it pretty cheap and I was like, you know what, dude, let's scoop this up. And I'm glad I did. All right, next one here, Battle Chasers, which it's still sealed if you can't tell. I got this one as a gift, and I actually don't know that much about this title, but I still want to play it. Like I looked online briefly and found out some information, and it's definitely one that I need to get around to because I mean I don't like the idea of having games in my collection that I've not played, and even if it's a game that I don't enjoy, I just still want to be able to play it. But at the same time, I do like having sealed games too. But it's not, I'm sure this one's not gonna be like super valuable in the future or anything. But it's still cool, having like a nice sealed copy. Either way, I'm gonna probably crack the seal on this and we'll check it out pretty soon after I get through a few more of these games I gotta bang out. But Battle Chasers, so that's why it's in there. And like I said, I got some of these games as a gift. If you're watching this and you wanna know what to get old Master Chris for a gift, you know, Switch is a pretty good choice. Just, you know, get me a Switch game. Even if I already have it, who cares? I'll just have another sealed version of my collection. But, alright, that's enough of that. So, speaking of sealed and in my collection, now, if you're an old-time subscriber, old-time, like a year, but if you've been subscribing to my channel since I've been running it for about a year now, you will know that I actually attempted to do a giveaway of Kirby Star Allies last year around this time, and the person that won it gave me the wrong address and ended up coming back to me, and I've had it since. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I still got a sealed copy here. But either way, the game itself is great. It's a Kirby game, so that's kind of obvious, but I wish it was a little bit more difficult. But again, it is a Kirby game, so you can't really expect much. I'm sure it's like meant more for like the lower difficulty for like, you know, younger kids and stuff like that. But it's still worth a playthrough for sure. And it's a great multiplayer game. If you can get used to there being like a ton of things happening on screen, it's pretty frantic in that regard. But speaking of frantic, you gotta have a Tetris game on the Switch. Now, Puyo Puyo Tetris is a pretty awesome game. Puyo Puyo, it's alright. It's actually the first time I was exposed to it, and I do enjoy it, but I wouldn't be playing this game if it wasn't for Tetris in here. Tetris is easily one of the best games of all time. Fight me on that. You can't win, because it's true. And I don't know, I had to scoop this up. I actually played the demo like crazy, and then as soon as this came down for a good price, I was like, boop, scooped it right up. Now, a lot of you guys were like, well, why aren't you playing Tetris 99? I am. I love Tetris 99. And if you don't know what that is, you have to have an online Switch account, but you get Tetris 99 for free, where you get pitted against 99 other players in a head-to-head, and it's frantic. You want to talk about freaking insane? I've come in second place. I'm so close to catching that W, but it eludes me still. So go check it out if you haven't, but either way, I love Tetris. Now, speaking of games that I love, right here, you gotta go with Tales of Vesperia. So this game actually played on the 360 back in the day, and I love the Tales of series, but this was one of my favorite ones, and I was so tilted because my Xbox 360 and the game actually were sold on me, which I'll get into another story. I'll get into that story another day because it's a sad story, and I don't want to, like, you know, ruin this video with a sad story. But as soon as I saw that this was coming to the Switch, I immediately pre-ordered it, scooped it up, and I haven't beaten it yet because I just been slacking. Like I said, there's so many games here I haven't put time into, but I'm just so happy that I have it back in my collection and I have the option to play it again and finally beat it. So I got to get on that. But Tales of Vesperia, an awesome JRPG, well worth picking up. And the next one is a game that I put way too many hours into this game. Way too many hours, and I'm sure I'm going to be putting countless more into it still. But you got to go with Minecraft, right? So Minecraft is easily one of my favorite games of all time. I've put thousands and thousands of hours into this through multiple platforms all over the years since it's been released. And this is the first time I'm actually owning a physical copy of this, which I really needed to do. And that's actually one of the main reasons why I even scooped it for the Switch, because I mainly played it on PC. And I was like, dude, I gotta have a physical copy. Plus, I want to start collecting more for the Switch, so it was freaking perfect. I scooped it up. And I actually did put a lot of hours into the Switch version. I think I have like 150 hours or something like that on Switch so far. On this game, in the Switch. And last but not least, Galgun 2. So, a lot of you guys are like, why? Why do you have this game? I don't know. It was kind of an impulse buy. I didn't really know too much about the game, but I saw cute anime girls on a Switch game, and I was like, alright, let's scoop it up. And I was not disappointed. It's actually kind of a difficult game, surprisingly, but it is kind of iffy, especially if, like, you're not really into it. It's not a hentai game. It's not a hentai game, but it's damn close. So yeah, you guys can look more into this game online and you're probably gonna have a good laugh. But I kind of like having these types of games, and I kind of wish that I did get the import one, but I actually ended up scooping up this one over here, which is surprising that they even released this over here. But hey, there it is, and it's in the collection. So that's it for the Switch for right now, guys. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video is A, to show you guys what I've got so far, but B, I want to start adding more to the collection. So I figure I can start doing some pickup videos with potentially special guests, but we'll see what's going on with that. But either way, look forward to that, the video series, I suppose, because you guys get to see what I get to add to my, not only just Nintendo Switch collection, but my game collection all across the board. So with that being said, that's going to be it for today. So thank you so much, as always, for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'm out. Take it sleazy. Peace.